Hey Chelsea fans, welcome back to Caicedo Baller. That was a dreadful performance by Chelsea, suffering a 3-0 defeat against Brighton in the Premier League. There's a lot to unpack, but we'll break it down from the players' performances to the tactical issues that led to this loss. Let's get right into it. Green box, players who played well. Here, we have only one player in this box who stands out. Let's start with Moisés Caicedo. Despite the defeat, he was one of the few positives in this match. His work rate was impressive, and he was constantly breaking up play in midfield, earning a solid 7 out of 10 in the ratings. He was all over the pitch, trying to shield the defense and keep the team organized. Caicedo kept fighting, and his defensive contributions were the only real bright spot for Chelsea today. Blue box, players who tried. Next, we've got Malo Gusto. He didn't have an easy night defensively, facing Brighton's tricky attackers. Gusto was resilient, managing to deal with the likes of Kaoru Mitoma, and despite being exposed at times, he didn't give up. Gusto's defensive persistence deserves recognition. He worked hard throughout the match, even when the team was struggling. Not a great performance, but he certainly tried his best. Red box, players who didn't perform well. Number 1 here is a player of high caliber. I am talking about Cole Palmer. He had no impact in this match. Playing as a false 9, Palmer struggled to make any meaningful contribution. He had a few touches here and there, but didn't create any chances or make any runs to put pressure on Brighton's defense. He failed to step up when Chelsea needed someone to lead the attack. This was a disappointing performance from Palmer. Next, Christopher Nkunku. Unfortunately, he didn't step up today. He seemed disengaged throughout the game, with little involvement in the attack. Nkunku struggled to create chances and lacked the spark that we expect from him. His performance just wasn't up to the mark, and Chelsea desperately need him to find his rhythm moving forward. Now, let's discuss Marc Cucurella. He was exposed defensively, especially against Brighton's wingers. Cucurella was caught out of position multiple times, and Brighton's attackers made easy work of him on the wings. His defensive lapses were a major factor in the second goal, and he struggled to recover. This was a tough match for him, and he needs to get back to better form. Now, let's talk tactics. Chelsea started the game positively. Setup caused Chelsea to collapse defensively. Once Brighton got the lead, Chelsea's formation fell apart, and the team lacked a response. The 4-3-3 formation didn't help, and there was no reaction after the equalizer. Brighton took control. The defensive mistakes and lack of urgency meant Brighton never had to go into overdrive to get the win. As for Maresca, this was a match that exposed some of his tactical flaws. There was no change after Brighton's goals, no shift in strategy to get back into the game, flexibility. Chelsea needs to make some serious improvements in these areas if they're to turn things around. What do you think, Chelsea fans? What went wrong and how can we improve? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow Blues. Stay strong, Chelsea fans.